I think what we need to relate it to is growth is going to be uncomfortable.
Why do so many high achieving women feel disconnected from their wardrobe, do you think?
Well, I mean, I think it's because of what they've evolved, and it seems like they can't put their finger on why am I feeling a little stuck? And it's because that image that you're portraying, you're wearing what you wore in the past season or when you were surviving. And so your inner identity always evolves faster than your outer identity. And that's why we all stand in front of the closet one day, probably every 5 to 10 years, and say, I have nothing to wear. It is because your inner shift has already happened, but in your closet,
Right.
so that is why. Well, I think what we need to relate it to is growth is going to be uncomfortable. It is never going to be comfortable.
True.
So that is why, again, going back to the question you asked me about why does it take that outer appearance so long to catch up, is because we're catching up to realize like this is an uncomfortable stage. And so when that happens, we just have to name it and say this is growth. It's not going to feel the same. It's going to look new because you've never experienced it before. It's the same thing when your image is evolving and matching the woman who you are becoming now. And so you just have
Right.
to name that this is the growth that I'm going through and that I'm experiencing, and realize, and you'll start becoming more comfortable when you realize you're not worried about what you're wearing because you're projecting what's already on the inside.